full transparency moment. I suck at telling personal stories, but I'm gonna do my best to communicate something, because I was probably someone that you would say was like, man, you got all your stuff together. But truth be told, there's some things that I'm still working on. There's some things I'm still healing from. So I'm gonna try to do my best. I don't try, I do. I'm gonna do my best to explain something real quickly. And this is for someone that might be struggling with something, anything, it doesn't matter. This is how I use my pain into purpose. There is a season where I got ahead of myself. I got something that I probably really couldn't afford actually at that time. I wasn't ready for it. Watch this. And most of you guys are out there probably praying for something that if God blessed you with it, it would be a burden, it would be too much, it would destroy you. And that's what happened to me. Long story short, I had a specific luxury car at some point, and I was making payments on it. Something happened to it. Long story short, couldn't keep up with it because it wasn't working. And because it wasn't working, in my mind, I'm like, well, there's no sense of paying for a vehicle that's not working. So, got a repo, and ever since then, I promised myself I would never make payments on the car. Consequently, my wife and I, we share one vehicle. So now there's situations where her and I will share the vehicle. And the reason why is because that's the backstory. However, I used it to my advantage. I said, you know what? It's actually better that I walk most of the time anyways. You have the car most of the time. I'll use the car when I actually really, really need to. And here's a situation today where I literally, thank God, I live right by where my son is playing basketball today. It's a Saturday. And instead of me driving there, my wife had her hair done, you know what I'm saying? She had her, whatever, she was getting her stuff done. I'm like, instead of stressing about it, because I had to work until 1 p.m. and I didn't leave until 1 p.m. The game is at 1 p.m. and it takes about 25 minutes to get to the game. My point is this, it's like, I don't ever use excuses, nor do I feel bad for myself, because I choose to do that. Like, granted, I have money saved up to get a car right now, but I don't even want to say comfortable. I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable that I have to walk to my son's game. I don't have to, I chose to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sweating. And so if you're out there like, man, God, you know, I'm praying for this, praying for that. Yo, it's okay. Use what you have now and be grateful. Like, I'm grateful that it's actually walking distance away. Normally his games are mad far, which would require me to obviously have to drive. But the way my wife is set up right now, like what she's doing right now, she isn't in a position to pick me up to make it up the game on time. So I'm sharing this to be vulnerable, to let you know that, hey, you might not get what you pray for right now in the season, but in the meantime, just keep moving, right? I didn't just say, oh, let me stay home and cry about it. Like, man, I wish I had a car. Like, I have the money to get a car right now, but I know it's not the time yet. I know it's not, like, God hasn't said, hey, this is the car you want. So it's another lesson on top of this is like, be careful and listen to God's voice and his instructions. When I tried to get a car of my own before, it ended up terrible. I didn't maintain it how I should have. It was just so premature. But now, because I've been going through so much time under tension, which is being meekness, by the way, I've learned to develop a character that will help me for my future. Now, I hope this makes sense. Like I said in the beginning, terrible at making stories, but I pray to God that this point hit home for you, you know, because if you're struggling with something that you've been praying for, you haven't seen it yet, now is the time to be like, you know what, God, I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head. If you don't have a roof over your head, I don't know what you're doing on this channel right now, because you should be out there trying to work and hustle, man, and get something going. But I understand. So yeah, I hope this helps someone that is struggling with a breakthrough. You know, there is hope, but use your pain and passion and turn it into purpose. So now I don't have an excuse. When someone sees me walking, they know, man, ain't nothing wrong with him. Yo, this man's just trying to get his steps in. That's I didn't get my steps in this morning because I had another game on top of that. So anyways, that's a whole different story. Love you guys. Hope this helps. God bless you. Peace.